Hi guys, Sanbonani. So guys, I am super excited about this Saturday. Guys, on the 3rd of September, this coming Saturday, yes, this Saturday, we're going to be having our very first youth explosion. Izobe ise Tembisa, Etlamatama extension. Guys, izobe ise esontweni laseGalilea Bezizwe. This is a church event. So come wearing your church uniform. If our now just wear presentable, we're going to be unpacking the issues that we are facing as the youth of 2022. We're going to be having your psychologists, your spiritual counselors. People are coming to talk about education as a whole, your motivational speakers. We're going to be having people who are coming to showcase their businesses. Guys, you do not want to miss this one. So just come early, and the tickets are still available at 100 Rand and 120 at the door. Please come early to get your tickets, and we're at 11 o'clock. We are starting. Guys, you do not want to miss this one. Trust me. You don't want to miss this one. I'll see you guys there Saturday, and we're going to be having fun. Youth Explosion. Sanbonani. Yeah, mela kuzwakala ukuthi this is a youth explosion. So mangithi sanibonani, yebo. Sanibonani. Yebo. Ninjani? Siyaphila. Ngegama mina nguNokuthula wakwaSibeko, and I'm going to be your program director for today. Guys, nibahle kanjani? Nizibonile ma? Ngisacela nishayele izandla. Shayele nje izandla, ushayele nje ukuthi umuhle, ushayele nje izandla futhi nokuthi uphumelelile ukufika la kule ndawo. Cela shayele izandla guys, come on, cheer up. Siyabonga ukuthi nikwazile ukuthatha isikhathi senu nibe lana. Yonke into ezoyenzeka la nizoyibona, and umuntu ozophuma la ngomnyango uzophuma afundile okukhulu futhi. Right now sizoqala with our program. Sizobiza usisi Simpiwe azosenzela welcoming. Emva kwakhe umama Sesi uzosinikeza i-opening prayer. So into engifuna ukuyenza guys, ngicela nje ukuthi si-relaxeni. Angithi this is a youth explosion, sibonise ubu-youth. So if ufuna ukuqala ingoma ungayiqala, just be free, sibe free. Impilo yami uzuyigcina impilo yami usomandla uzuyigcina impilo yami uyigcina impilo yami usomandla uzoyigcina impilo yami uzuyigcina impilo yami usomandla uzoyigcina impilo yami uzuyigcina impilo yami ngoba mina ngizohamba ngihambe ngijonge kuwe ngamaxesha ngoba mina ngizohamba ngihamba ngijonge kuwe ngamaxesha wonke usomandla uzoyigcina impilo yami. So into engizoyenza manje ngizocela uSisimpiwe asondele ngaphambili just azosamukela kahle and asitshele ukuthi kahle kahle lana namhlanje size ngani. Ngiyabonga.
Hi everyone. I don't like this energy. Hi everyone. Hi. Are you happy to be here? Are you excited to be here? Okay, that's more like it. And Zothanda ukunibonga for coming here, guys. I really appreciate your presence here, because if it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be a success. So ngiyabonga ukuthi nikhonile nadela konke ebeninakho. Maybe you guys had plans to go somewhere or family gatherings, but you guys decided to come here, and I really appreciate that. So I just want you guys to feel at home. You're all welcome. So the purpose of this youth explosion is because who knows youth better than youth? And we are going through a lot, guys. Strong. So we just came up with this idea to motivate youth and encourage youth, and to be able to identify triggers that that trigger you and stopping you from actually going ahead with life and everything. So that's why we decided to have a youth explosion, to encourage you and motivate you guys. Whichever hurdle that you have, we hope whichever seed that we are planting today will help you to move forward and to grow. Thank you.
Sizogobisa amakhanda phansi egameni likayise nelendodana likamoya oyingcwele baba wethu osemazulwini. Simema wena Jehova simakade phakathi kwaleli ndlu yenkonzo baba, ukuthi konke sikwenzayo sivumelwe uwe wena Jehova. Sibonge nokulondwa esandleni sakho somusa, sibonge nokuthi ususile emakhaya waze wasigcina saze safika lapha, nabaseza baseyindleleni wena Mesiya olungileyo balonde baba. Sicela ukuthi mase silapha phakathi baba bese sovula indlebe zethu, bese sesiyalalela wena Mesiya olungileyo. Sinike ukuhlakanipha ukuvela ezulwini wena Jehova. Siyabonga futhi ukubalonda abantwana bethu bevuka everyday baye ezikolweni wena Mesiya olungileyo. Banike ukuhlakanipha ukuvela ezulwini baba, bakwazi isikhathi zonke ukuthi ukhona wena Mesiya olungileyo, noma ngabe inkinga zingakanani, noma ngabe zikuphi kanjani wena Mesiya olungileyo. Manje babhekisa amehlo akho phezulu wena Mesiya, ukhona uyokubalonda wena Jehova ngeensuku zokuhlupheka. Ngayo wasifelayo uJesu Kristu Inkosi yethu. Amen.
I'm a social worker at Etafeni under Ekurhuleni municipality. Ne? Okay, so today ngizile necolleague yami uGodfrey Mahlanga. So thina pha Etafeni Multi-Skill Center we do counseling, ne? One-on-one counseling. Senza ama-awareness campaigns for youth, like substance abuse. Awareness. Okay, so today we will talk about mental health, how to protect our mental health. Since I know that Niyazmos in doing mental health mos Niyaz. I bo Aniyaz got anything ya go got anything. Mental health kuxinzelela kwengqondo ne, but sometimes bane depression, ubene anxiety, ubene bipolar, ubene schizophrenia ne. So thina Etafeni we do work with other stakeholders like in mental health institution, society, whereby bonane they are dealing nama youth anenkinga ezo suicide, depression. Mosinayazi suicide intoni ukuzama ukuzibulala uthatha umphefumulo wakho because of awukhoni ukuhlala nalonto nayo, awukhoni ku situation lo okuyo, awukhoni ukuzikhupha kuyo angithi. Yes, so we do also have iPower yona, it's a opposing women and children. It's like an NGO nayo ne, yona isiza abantu besifazane nabantwana aba-abuzwayo angithi. Most niyazazi types of abuse. There is physical ne, physical kulapho mos, but colleague yami he will explain everything ne. Now I'm just giving you a clue into sizayikhuluma today angithi. Yes, angithi mos niyayazi thina namphofu nge-youth nam, I'm a youth. Thina sinama challenges amaninzi ne, like domestic violence, suicide, depression, alcohol and substance abuse. And sometimes asikwazi ukuthi sithola kuphi uncedo angithi. Thina we are here for you guys. Etafeni kunama-NGOs amaninzi ne, just ask uthola usizo ukuthi ungaya kuphi, ungade uthathe i-decision yokuthi uzibulale. Uma uzibulala uthi ifamily yakho mayithini, uma uzibulala uthi abanye abantu abakuthandayo mabathini. So I will give Mr. Mahlangwa explain everything ne. Thank you very much. Ngiyabonga.
Sanibonani nonke. Ngizongicela ivoice yami inkulu kakhulu mangingayiphakamisa iphika ziyochuma ngisho ngayizwa ukuthi eparathon ne. Okay, mina ugama uGod from Mhlanga no. As Happiness ashilo sisebenza sonke ngaseThafeni as ama social worker. So nami ngathola leso simemo ukuthi nisize so assist and then ngokuchaza with some of the things zi-challengeayo e-youthini. So somewhere ngicela ngicolele ngelanguage ne nabolawula me yabona. So isilungu siyahlupha mama. Isilungu siyahlupha. So ngizoba ngiloko ngidobha la ngiceka khona kuZulu ngizobalekela kuso isilungu mang i-dictionary yami khona uku-translate yabona. Because ngiyazi ukuthi lethu yengilozi isishangane ngiyazi abaningi kuba nzima kumele uconnect serious ukuthi khona uunderstand yabona. Okay, as bekakhulume ngendaba zebo lento i-depression ne-anxiety. So mina into engizocala kuyo like ama-causes walezo zinto. Ama-point lawa ngiwabheke kakhulu it's a case of family history whereby like we had abantu bebasafara from lawa situation from ama-families wethu where we coming from. So inokundlulela like utholathini lento iyaphila within the family because when you are still young mawukhula under that certain environment you adopt everything eyenzakalayo into that environment because as a child uzalwa mind i-blank, we come as blank, mase sifika into the environment we adapt leyo life ebakhona ngisho. So some of the things you even mention into ezinjengabo violence within the household, those things as a child ziyaku-affecta mentally. You grew up with that mindset ukuthi this environment esihlala kuyo environment for you to survive there must be a war or ubona umama nobaba bayacabana bayashayana and all those things. Those things they like ziyahlala emindini yomntwana, and when you take it as a life kumele uphile ngakhona. Sometimes it leads kuma situation enjengani i-bullying. Going to school, you try to understand as maybe an educator or our parents about what kind of a life and most of the time as we sing about, we judge from whatever we see currently, not looking back at what might be our root causes of those situations. So those things are some of the things that affect abantwana, and then goes to childhood trauma. Those things are the some of the things as out in kaningi mind yomuntu malokukhula u develop and all those things you bewuphila maybe under in operation ethile in a certain environment. Lento malokukhula u develop obamuntu omdala, you living under that situation whereby it will stop you from paying somebody else bofisa uba yena, because it fanani mawuvalele like in this room you'll never know something good about life out there. You'll always remain as somebody else in that room. Whatever you see in that room, that's your life. So other things ngazibheka in terms of abuse. Hence, she spoke about physical abuse and emotional. And then mina ngipike I3 like physical, emotionally, and then going to sexual abuse. I know that one kakhulu sexual abuse. We tend to run away from it. And most abazali, it's not easier for us to approach abantwana bethu sikhulume ngayo. We have leya mentality inhlamba ngeke sikhulume ngayo. Mostly abantu abadala abafani nathi like abancane like thola esontweni we just going there because our parents are taking us there. I-connection yabo when it comes to religious life abomama, sometimes it limits them to bring some certain topics enjengabo i-sex. Talking to abantwana, you feel like mntanami uzongithatha kanjani ngikhuluma inhlamba phambi kwakhe uzolose respect. But I think in a reality of life we need to talk about it, because we tend to ignore those situations whereby we know abantwana bethu bayasafara through those situations than sexual abuse. Abantwana abaningi, they sit ngama situation also because akazi akhuluma ezwe umama akhuluma ngendaba yecansi. For yena ukuthi afike ukuthi mama usibanibani endleleni ungibambile ungiyenze into eso mina bengayifuni into njengaleyo. Kuba nzima because lento ayikazi ibizwe ngegama layo lana ekhaya ngisho. Always we run around. Abantwana always sakhuluma ukuthi lesa story sokuthi umntana ufika ngelepreni ekhaya asifuni ukubatshela ukuthi once as umntana you engage into eso it leads ku situation eso are you ready for lezo zinto na. So into enjengale like sexual abuse mina into ngayisho to the young ones or bakhona abanye bake by experience into enjengalezo like rape and all those things because the word rape liba khona ngizathini after kube ne act ethile eyenzake like ngikhuluma ngabo mama or abantwana amantombazana you were forced to engage endabeni yecansi ungafuni ungekho ready and then going even to ama adults you are forced akusi choice yakho ukuthi ufuna ukuyenza lento and also looking at ama minor we still believe within abakazi babe like in mentality yabo ibe active to make ama good choices on what they want to do. Somehow ngizothini ngiyafika mina ngiphethe imali ngiyambhayizisa nayo imali ngizokuthengela amazimba let's do this somehow ngizokuthengela utshwala because you know ama teenagers wethu nowadays alcohol it contributes a lot angisho. So into njengale mina ngizothi imessage yami kakhulu ngithumela kubazali ukuthi let's talk about it. It is much better when you talk to your child as umzali wakhe than mina as a stranger ngicela ukukhuluma nomntana wakho because in our working environment we come across some situation aso mntana uyafika ekhaya they come and tell you hey lo mntana uchechile behavior yakhe akasa focus she's doing this and that and that and that asazi problem as Africans we always believe ukuthi hey umntana bamloyile hey umntwana esikoleni bathatha incwadi yakhe bamyenze yini akasa focus esikolweni. You got lot of complaints from our educators community members ngebehavior yomntana wakho when always sithi bayamzonda or umntwana bamloyile abamloyanga umntwana she went through ama challenges anjengalawo because imthusile that trauma of whatever happened elifini yakhe angayilindelanga it affects mentality yomntwana from performance. So I'm pleading with my parents also going to the level those who have knowledge again to youth. Let's talk about this is wrong and this if it happens to you talk about it. And the other thing ngisayikhala again kubazali umntwana uyarapiwa with a family member niyayi protect as a family yeah ungatshela umuntu le imfihlo yana ekhaya. Nobody cares about ama feelings omntwana. Nobody cares about if future umntwana uthini whatever took place there when you decide to bury it as a family kuyenzakalani engqondweni yomntwana na. We came across like whatever it is. I'm a prostitute. Most of them, I tend to meet them. I don't judge them. I would like to know their world. What motivated them to end up being whatever they are? Why are they deciding to be a prostitute in their life? Maucheka, it says yakona ibuela kuma rape. Abekona from the childhood. And those rapes akuzange kwadilwa ngazo. Labantwana bazange bayiswa for ama counseling. Akazange kwaba ne solution into that. Umntwana each and every day makavuka uyambona umuntu omrapile. Wena umama uyaphuma uyamshiya uthi uya somewhere makathi ubuye esikoleni aqanga uthi ngofika ngithola umalume, ngofika ngithola ubaba omncane, ngofika ngithola ubhuti, ngofika ngithola umzala endlini. Umntwana uyenzani? Uyongena kumakhelwane. And some of them after a situation with rape they tend to give up their life. Whoever man they find they sleep with, they try to get used to that and bafuna ukuyindlusa ukuthi sengijwayele ayisangi-affect. At the end of the day umntwana impilo yakhe seyiphumile elayinini affectekile kuphi engqondweni yakhe. And then nina tomorrow as niyaziyo the same situation when you look at that child you continue judging that child ningabuyeli emuva kuleya nto nani bury lapha endlini nivale ngebhakethi and sayibhekile nto ukuthi this thing might be the one who caused ukuthi umntana abehave kanje. Some other females when it gets to marriage those things they keep on coming back. It affects them like whenever indoda yakho ushadile, whatever happens ekamereni lapho, leya picture ayikahambi, akakhoni ukuconnecta to ipartner yakhe, because always lento it comes back. So into njengaleyo kakhulu ku-rape, ngicela abazali singayivaleni lento. If it happens and if you cannot be able to talk about it or deal with the matter, uyaya kunama abafundisi emasontweni, bakhona bomama abastrong emasontweni whereby they can be able to talk to abantwana bethu. Angisho, be there as umzali to observe ukuthi i-reaction yomntwana ithini. So those are some of the things le ngikhalela yona kakhulu ukuthi let's try to look at it. And then physical abuse, ngijampela to physical abuse, actually abuse as ingakhona. Mostly physical abuse, sometimes we tend to run away from it. As umzali, I've got the right yokuthi umntwana ngimdiscipline. I-discipline yomntwana, it doesn't mean ukuthi nimele uyenzeni u-abuse umntwana. Indlela ye-discipline ngokwayo, I would say i-discipline it's a part ye-learning, teaching umntwana. Ukumshaya, there's nothing that umntwana ayifundayo kuleyo nto. Wena you creating into i-fear yomntwana, because you find umntwana kune-mistake ayenzile endlini. Before you can start questioning ukuthi ubani ayenze lento, umntwana find it hard to come to umama. Mama, yazi izolo bengithi ngiyenza into ngiyenza mistake, kumoshekile lapha. You start shouting ukuthi ubani ayenze lento, and then all those things. Lawo magama eniwakhiphayo, I want to be honest with you, aya affecta engqondweni, and igama lelo likhipha el-negative, I can live with that word for the rest of my life. Whenever I look at you, uvela lapha ngathi eish konje lo mama uke wangikhuluma into so, or lo bhuti uke wangikhuluma into so kimi. So same goes to the young ones ezikolweni, abangani manikhuluma nabo, same as into yokugwerana and all those things. Yes, we make jokes, but let's look at ama jokes lawa siwasebenzisayo as abantwana esikoleni ukuthi le joke engiyikhulumayo iyofika kanjani to the next child. And then going to ama rights, ngibuya kini the young ones. Today we've got these things, I've got ama rights. Ama rights wami umama ngeke ngitshele lutho, ubani bani ngeke ngitshele lutho, akusubaba umakhi ngeke ngitshele lutho because akusuwala nekhaya. Ama rights mostly le ngiyisa in all angles. When you talk of ama rights, ungabheki ama rights wakho only on your side. Consider ama rights of the next person ola, which in ama rights wakho doesn't violate ama rights of the next person. So in most cases, the young ones, they always talk about nama rights and everything. If behavior ebakhona kubo, it end up create a certain situation phakathi kwabo nabazali. And abazali nabo, they looking at their rights. They use their rights in a wrong way to abantwana. So all those things, like i-commotion esuka ebakhona endlini or esikoleni, wherever, between the parents and the young ones, are the one that leads to a problem mentally. Mentally, yes, ungaba maybe wazalwa mentally disturbed, but most cases, thina siloko siphila as a society, as ama families, we are the one who's creating the serious problem mentally. Because umuntu uzalwa right, he has the good and the bad. But when as individual, you're pushing that person to live in a bad side in a life. So whenever umuntu akhula lokho aphila kanjalo, at the end of the day, u create into ezingekho right, which you will tomorrow tend to judge that certain person. So angazi ngimosha ngesikhathi seni. Kinga nginokukhuluma kakhulu. Okay, and then kulama abuse again, we're going to neglect umntwana. That we're still counting it as an abuse. Because most parents, we only focus on what keeps us happy. I will talk much on the young adult. The young adult, sakavare yini, amapiano, amakatara, wherever we're going. Unomntwana, mapiano akulidile ukuthi ube nomntwana. Again, i-award like zothini, i-reward yakho mapiano uyitholile ngisho. Why are you still continuing emapianeni na? Because you were supposed to embrace i-reward yakho loyitholile through amapiano emtshakalweni emgrooveni angisho nangu umntwana. Suddenly as a young adult ushiya umntwana isakhala ipiano. Bo-cabs abazokhipha new pianos. Wena ushiya umntwana. How many kids are you going to bring after amapiano? And abantwana bakhiyelwe endlini. Because manje sinaleya freedom yethu wasn't I go rent a room somewhere. Because if umama uyakhuluma ngibona ngathi umama ukhuluma kakhulu angisho. I go rent my room. Abantwana bayi-3 bancane so bashiyana ngonyaka uyabakhiyela. And I've seen most of the time abosisi baphuzisa abantwana abancane utshwala because umntwana akafuni kulala ufuna leya bond yakhe nomama wakhe ngisho. And umama ubheka isikhathi samshaya uDJ sibani ubusy ngale. You do what? You buy isavana uphuza umntwana uyadakwa. Mentally yakhe kuyenzakalana. I-brain yakhe ayika-develop to handle those situations and ama-substances njengalawo alcohol ama-drugs whatsoever. You feed umntwana uthini asuke endleleni yakho. That is still part of an abuse. Even though uyenza uthi yathini akunamuntu okubonayo. But the day izofika whereby i-behavior yomntwana izovela ngaphandle. Again going back kule nto yothini bamloyile umntwana. Ukhohlwa uthini i-brain yakhe uyidamage semncane ngaleya alcohol. Just imagine as an adult mawuphuzile kahle udayiwe. How do you feel? Your brain. Sometimes you tend to regret. I wish angizange ngathatha lo tshwala. Because from walking from here to there by the door, it's a challenge. What about umntwana? So those are the part of abuse la abakhona elifini whereby we tend to ignore it. Hayi man, umntana msithandela ibhiya. Umntana msithandela ibhiya. Not looking at it uthini i-taste yebhiya uyifundiswe ubani uwe as umzali. So those are some of the things which we need to try to look at it. So in terms of lento substances, looking at youth, number of them you tend to ask them ukuthi ufike kanjani la ukhona. Looking at ibonyawupe, looking at including no alcohol and whatsoever, ukuzibala zonke as you know it. You ask them to ufike kanjani. Most of them abazi. Abazi bafike kanjani. So to my research, into enkulu leader to that, it's a peer pressure. You want to belong somewhere as a young one. You want to belong somewhere. There's a group that is always a topic in your daily life. Group was this and this and that and that and that. And then you're failing to make a good choice to understand that in life will never be the same. In life, each and every person, you've got your own character. To stand your ground within, this is who I am. I will never change for somebody else. This is my life. I will never change for somebody else. We've got goals, we've got dreams. As soon as you shift on your position as individual, you want to belong to the group, your life is doomed. You're going to live your life according to the leader of that certain group. The leader of the certain group, he or she will never advise you to go for something that is positive or something that it will be much better than the way you're appealing upon. So into a peer pressure to the young ones, let's try, sisters, brothers, all of you, you are the leaders. Keep that in your mind. You are a leader, you're not a follower. Hakuna muntu ozalelwa to be a follower. You are a leader. So as soon as you keep that in your mind that I am a leader, you'll have to create your own group which will follow you. Don't be a follower. Because once you start to be a follower, you are lost. You don't exist anymore. So be a leader. Ube somebody else ukon uzmela, and then as soon as you start to ukon uzmela, in most situations that you come across a life in, which it will challenge your brain, it will challenge your life, your health, you can be able to stand firm and answer and say, I'm who I am today because I made a good choice. I made a good decisions about my life. I'm who I am today, even if tomorrow you stand somewhere advising some other people. You will tell them about your life. Don't tell them about something that you read in a book, which you never lived it before. It's so good to tell people about something that you know, and you know all the challenges. I know for you, within ungapilonge groupin, ama challenges uba now. You'll be bullied each and every day because you don't have any backup. But the secret, it must be you know where you're going. Not following somebody else to we are happy now we are gone. You know where are you going. I'll give an example now. I grew up in an environment whereby like there were a lot of groups. Minalento, when it comes to the adolescent stage, I had friends at school but after school my friend was my mom. Because that's a choice I made. My mom, when I was with her, always, she used to talk about a good life, beautiful life, religious life, mentoring me, giving me my advices. And most of my age mates, since they made their choices, now we are different in our life. And some they are failing. Now they are coming back to me, which I was bullied at school in, which I was somebody else oporaya, that I was too slow. I wasn't able to keep up with their pace because I never made that choice routine. I need to be a follower. I'd rather be a leader in my own world alone. So those are the things whereby the young ones make a choice, don't follow, lead. So being inside school, are you going to be able to lead from today? Yes. Do you see yourself as a leader? Yes. No, Anginis. Yes. You know what? Be sure about whatever I'm saying. Don't say within who put God through, said, I'm a leader. I want you to call yourself a leader. As soon as you find it within you that I am a leader, there won't be any challenge as we face a life in which you will fail. Yes, you will feel the pain, but most of the time, through that pain, you are learning, and tomorrow you'll have a chance to celebrate. So, going to ama substance abuse, let's try to refrain ourselves. As pumen glazers into ninga khalel shem. Ninga khalel ngababona baphuza utshwala ngiyakubona sisi sabona ngumbheka. Msho wena uyazazi. Mara angeke ngipoint umuntu uyazazi. Ilento challenges now at this current stage utshwala. Please, ninga khaleli, if ubona usisi, ubona ubaba atakiwe and all those things, it is their time. Your time will come. Look at yourself at that same age at ngayo. Wait for that moment. Uzo solento aizwai. Not now. You see your sister, your brother, he has a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Wait for your time, the right time. Remember, your body, let me jump to the religious side. Your body, Mangsa Fundi Sunday School, we were told it's a temple of God. And then if we all choose to respect God, you have to respect the house of the Lord. 2, which your body, it is that house of the Lord, which you need to keep it clean. Respect it. Protect it. It's you who's going to protect it. So as the young ones, let's try to protect that house of the Lord so that we can become somebody else right. Because there are a lot of things that unkulunkulu funa ukuzileta empilweni yethu, but if athola impilo yethu ihlangahlangene uyozibeka up. Same as a cup. If the cup is filled with water, mayigcwele kakhulu, mawuthi ufake ushukela ufuna ukuyenza itiye, iyachitheka. Uthi ufake ibisi, mayigcwala icup iyachitheka, le bisi liphuma lonke nalamanzi aphumayo because there's no space. So the moment we keep our house clean and open and there will be a free space, more things will come because there's a space to store it. So let me cut it short. Ngiyabonga kakhulu. And then into enzoisho kakhulu uthini, as my parents, let's try to engage more. The situation ye mentality whereby we find ourselves in it in a future, nabantwana they are going through it, anxiety, depression and all those things. It's kakhulu the absence of communication between a child and a parent. Those things are the ones that leads in most cases. Umntwana wakho umntwana kumele akhulume nawe. Don't say ukuthi hayi ithingimise start school bazodila naye. Start school besingekho. When uNkulunkulu akublessanga lo mntwana. uNkulunkulu akablessanga ini i-start school. Ublessed wena as umzali with that different character yomntwana. uNkulunkulu ukunikeze yena unsure from the knowledge le akunikeze yona, you will be able to handle ba umntwana wakho. Ungathi uzibanibani uzomsolva. Yes, even nathi whenever you come to my social work, you go to psychologist, you go to someone else. Firstly, we need to know the environment la ubuya khona umntwana. Ikhaya. That's where umntwana akhuliswa khona. That's where most of the problems are resolved khona kuphi ekhaya. Mina will just come. Ngizosebenza uthini uzibanibani referring uCarl Rogers uthi ma ucancel umuntu kumele uhambe kanje. Carl Rogers umuntu naye le yancwadi ayibhalile afundise mina ngayo. Ibhalwe umuntu. I believe ukuthi nathi singabazali we can write our own books. We can write our own references whereby looking at the family itself. Lento yayingekho sewuya refer. Kuba umkhulu wethu azange sayibona lento. Kuba baba ngizange ayibona lento. Kubhuti wami ngizange ayibona lento. Why yenzakala manje? Go back to yourself as umzali. Where did you go wrong? Before you can say umntana uyenzeni. Wena wayenzani? Ufundiseni kumntwana wakho. Hiyo lento ecounter ngeke utshale ini isihlahla semango you expect ama avocado. That's how it goes. So everything starts within the family. Ngiyabonga. I think be short now.
Cela ukuthatha lethuba nginibingelele nonke. Sanibonani? Yebo. Ninjani? Siyaphila. Ni right? Yeah. Uyahlupha umuntu ofika late, ufika ne-energy. Yeah, but siyambonga uNkulunkulu. Igama lami nguSiboniso Ngobese uGamdane omkhulu. Ngicela nje ukubingelela bonke abantu abakhona. Program director ngiyathoba. Angiseze ukuxolisa phambi kwamakhamera ngoba late but ngiyaxolisa. Ngicela ukuhlonipha nje indlu yonke ngokuthi ngithole lethuba. Sengishilo igama lami uSiboniso and ngizokhuluma nje about the spirituality njoba nibona ngimile la. Mangiqale nje ngithi umuntu uphila into two parties. Siyinyama futhi siwumoya, angisuse lento leyo. Siyinyama futhi siwumoya. So njoba ngizokhulumela i-part yomoya noma spirituality, ngicela ukuthi nibambe into ethi ngizothasha kancane kwi-presentation yami, ngizothasha kancane izinto zenyama. I'm happy ukuthi ezinye ngizwile zithashiwe la. Maybe I will just use one example kwi-presentation yami. Ngizothasha one izinto zenyama ezenza ukuthi umuntu afe emoyeni, and then ngiveze ukuthi ukuze survive emoyeni kufuneka umaintain kanjani into ye spirituality. Okay, sisonke? Okay, so ke angiqale nje ngithi njoba sihleli la endlini la itulweni sihleli ngenyama, and akekho noyedwa phakathi kwethu opress any button ukuthi sekafuna ukuhlala ipress then ahlale. But once uthi ufuna ukuhlala automatically ngendlela uNkulunkulu asikhande ngayo ewumoya, lento ofuna ukuyenza mangifuna ukuphamisa unyawo ngiyaliphamisa, angipress any button. So into kamoya ifuna ukuthi wonke umuntu osenyameni akulwele ukuqonda ukuthi umuntu kamoya. Okay, njoba sihleli umuntu kahle kahle akusuye lo mzimba lo kaSiboniso, but umuntu ilo ongaphakathi okherwe ilo mzimba. Esilungini ichazeka kahle, we have flesh, spirit and soul. Umuntu ukhandwa yilezi zinto ezintathu. Your body, your spirit and your soul. Now, into eyenza ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi wenze whatever ngenyama ofuna ukuyenza, it's your soul, which is your mind. Your soul is your mind. And your soul ilalela your spirit. Okay? Your spirit is the one that convinces your soul. Then your umzimba wona udom uyasupporta nje. Ngifuna ukuyiqala nje lapho. Umzimba uyayisupportela. Kodwa indaba enkulu, it's your spirit. Now, your spirit is your heart. So, your heart is your spirit. Your soul is your mind. And then we have your body or flesh. So, if flesh yona ngokwayo iyayisupportela nje. Mawufuna ukuqoma, ushelwa or mawufuna ukujiva, umzimba ulalela ukuthi your mind ithini, which is your soul. Na understand into engishoyo. Ngamanye amagama ayikho into eqala enyameni. Zonke ziqala ngaphakathi. And your soul, it's a spirit, iumoya, ngeke uyibambe isoul. Ne? Nayo is spirit. And your spirit, your heart, iheart esiyazi iyabambeka. But in a spiritual form now, your heart, which is your spirit, ngeke uyibambe, iumoya. It is the one le edinga ukuthi ke everyone ophilayo understand ukuthi you'll never survive in this life egcwele ukulwa, egcwele inzondo, ukudlengulwa nokudlengula, ukulwa nokuxabana, uma your heart ingajikwangwa into a spiritual heart. Udinga ukuthi your heart ishintshwe so that uzokwazi now ukuconvince your mind in a spiritual way. For example, umuntu ophilayo, sithathe nje umuntu wesifazane so that nizoyibona lento engishoyo, your spirituality and flesh. Umuntu wesifazane ongakagani noma ke intombi ezohamba iyolala khabo mfana, angithi isheliwe kwaqonywana, right? Bathathana wamskepa, angithi. Now uma eza naye lapha kubo, lo mfana kubo kunabo bhuti bala ekhaya, kunabo baba bala ekhaya, kunabo mkhulu bala ekhaya. And abantu abadala, they love it ukubona ingane zabo zenza into right noma ziyenza ngesikhathi esingekho right. Sisonke? Umzali ohlakaniphile, ubaba uyakhathazeka uma ezale insizwa ebathe uyabuka umfana la ekhaya kakhuzeli nokukhuzela. Kodwa mhla engambona athi shazi nentombi, uzolwa in flesh, but ngaphakathi athi hey, umfana wami naye at least umfana ngizele. Ngalesikhathi ebonga lo baba esho ukuthi at least umfana wami uzele. Now say usekhiphe izwi okungasinto ongayibamba, but it's in a spirit. Somehow useconsultile somewhere. Hey, namhlanje mhlawumbe utshela umama lapha endlini, hey cha uSipho ubambile namhlanje, siyabonga ukuthi umfana la ekhaya naye uyabona bona. Lawo mazwi awodwa ayaconsulta in two ways. Makunomsamo wala ekhaya, automatically ubaba ureporter wena ntombazana kumsamo wala ekhaya. You are registered now la. And wena boyidlulela nje mhlawumbe usayifunela umshado. But inkinga ukuthi ungena emagcekeni wakomunye umuzi already so registered lapha. kusasa uphinde uyolala kwaMkhize kanti ukwangobese so kwaMkhize nakhona uma beqala bekhuluma ngendlela noma ngabe bayakuthethisa usibangela ihlazo uthatha ingane zabantu uyiletha la ekhaya ungakashadi automatically ba consulta somewhere now I connection ye spirit fale manje kube another thing to search ukuthi yini lento elwisa bala ekhaya kunentombazane engene la ekhaya you are registered nebona ngamanye amagama ngithini kini into ye spirit ifuna ukuthi uqaphele inyama yakho whatever yenza enyameni you must know ukuthi it's registered kumoya abafundi iBhayibheli bazosho ukuthi uMatthew 18 uthi konke abantu abavumelana ngakho emhlabeni nasezulwini kwenziwa njani kuyalotshwa yabona and if ezulwini kuyalotshwa you must know ukuthi nangapha kwalaba bemisamo nakhona kuyalotshwa namhlanje sibone izitho zingena la ekhaya yabona makhona abadala abakhona abajabulayo nabo bajabula you are registered kusasa futhi sowungene komunye umuzi na understand so ke ngiletha leyo nto to support the statement esithi as much as sise moyeni we must know ukuthi sizigada kanjani enyameni intombazane ehlakaniphile akangeni nasomzini wabantu bangamane bayimelele estradini athi uyalazi ikhaya yabona rather than ukuthi wena uqale uye kabo mfana angakayi kini because awuyazi mhlawumbe umuntu uyayidlalela ezingishilo uzongena lapha you are registered kusasa you are registered there kusasa you are registered there and not only with spiritual form now negazi ne picture if emzimbeni wakho kunamagazi awu4 automatically it's easy ukuthi ungasabi healthy in your body singakabala ama STIs HIV positive and all that but ngoba igazi lithi izwi umphefumulo womuntu usegazini so kukhona ingcenye yalomfana ayifaka kuwe especially if ngikhulumela abantu besifazane ezokwenza ukuthi now i-functioning yomzimba wakho ingasabi right kahle because uhamba ulalwa abafana same applies nakuye umfana uma ehamba elala okay sisonke so ke asiqaphele leyo nto leyo enye yezinye izinto elida ekutheni umuntu spirituality yakhe ife na understand end up umuntu angasazitholi ukuthi uphila yipi life uqome noma uqonywe noma ungasafuni because now uyabangeka na understand kwaMkhize you are registered kwaSithole you are registered kwaMkhonza you are registered uyabangeka now leyo nto leyo iyodwa iyenza ukuthi ube confused aze kuze kushiwo ukuthi hayibo kodwa lo mntwana waloku eqome njalo kanti it's a spirit now your spiritual life is confused waregister ngapha ngesizulu esinye bayibeka bathi uhuhile you must know once ukuthi umuntu uhuhile it means sekukhona into akasenza izinto ngengqondo eclear but kunomoya omenzisa izinto and kufanele ibambe into yokuthi as much as siphila ku spiritual life yethu kunamadimoni ngokuhluka likhona idimoni lobufebe likhona idimoni lotshwala likhona idimoni lokubulala and all that and mawuhlakaniphile once wenza iphutha you must check hayibo ngaloku ngiqoma ngaloku ngiphuza yabona ungarelaxi wenza into ongayifuni but uzibona ukuthi uyayenza that's where sekufuneka uthole abantu ukhulumile ubhuti wethu lapha abantu abanjengabafundisi abazomhlambe bakuthandazele bakuashare ukuthi uphume kuleso sibopho ngoba ibhlungu bakwethu into yomoya ayifani neyenyama because kumoya mawubopheke kumoya udinga ukukhululwa futhi ngomoya I understand Mawulimale kumoya in your spiritual life, umuthi ngeke ukusize. I-meeting ngeke ikusize. I-counseling ngeke ikusize. A formal counseling, not a spiritual counseling. Because now, inkinga ayikho enyameni. But igumoya. Ngamanye amagama, it's two ways. It's either uyathandazelwa or uhlala unjalo. And indlela yokuthandazelwa uyedwa umuntu okwazi ukusiza abantu abalokheke kumoya. I introduce uJesu. Okay. Noma ngabe kuthiwa into zakhe ayilungi ngoba awenzelwanga imbeleko, but kwaqhamuka uJesu, wavuma uJesu in your life. uJesu kwazi ukuqhaqha izinto ezispiritual because uJesu uyeyedwa owanqoba ithuna, wathatha onke amandla wendalo nazo zonke izinto ezikhona. And I know bakwethu ukuthi sonke in an early age asithathi serious into kaJesu. Nabo kungenwa ngonyawo lodwa olunyawo lube ngapha. But once so realize ukuthi into yenzayo akusile oyithandayo, you need now to focus ukuthi abangani bakho ngeke bakusize, even umfundisi wakho ngeke akusize, umzali wakho ngeke akusize, but now you need ukuthi ube nobudlelwane noJesu, umcele uJesu ukuthi yazini ekhaya bangibona ukuthi ngenzani and lento engizenzayo angizithandi, but Jesu ngicela ungisize ngikwazi ukuzenza izinto ezi-right ngihlukane nezinto ezingekho right. Definitely sure uzombona uJesu, your character izoqala ukushintsha. Indlela okhuluma ngayo nomama wakho kuyoba nomehluko, indlela okhuluma ngayo nabanye abantu kuyoba nomehluko, just because uJesu uhlukile. Remember uJesu uNkulunkulu, just ukuthi cash up lento ye spirituality, but uNkulunkulu to save us wenza ngamabomu ukuthi uJesu akazofana nathi, understand, abe inyama, so that singadoubt igama lika Jesu kulisebenzisa whenever senza izinto esingathanda ukuzenza, whenever sifacana nobunzima, masibiza yena uyavela. Angithi abafunda amabhayibheli niyazi uvuse ishosha, uphilisa abagulayo, wenza izimanga eziningi. And wathi celani konke egameni lami, konke nicela egameni lika Jesu niyakwenzelwa. You understand? We are fail esikolweni. Maybe uyafunda serious, uyastudisha ulale ebusuku, ulale entathakusa, but there's a problem yokuthi makumele ubhale uyafaila. And you are sure ukuthi you understand, but waqala wafika incwadi awuyibona. Uyayibona ukuthi leyo seyifuna okukamoya okuzodila nokukamoya. You understand? That's when now you need to start ukuthi uNkulunkulu ngifundile, but my problem mase kumele ngibhale kuhamba konke ngisize Jesu. Yabona ngoba uJesu uma fohla lapho kumnyama khona makufika yena kuyakhanya, la kunzima khona sodidekile ungazi ukuthi wenzeni ucabanga ukuyibulala, mawubiza yena kuyakhanya. Embiza ngiyafunda but angiunderstand, ngisize. Yabona, because umngani uright ukukusiza, but the first consultation okufuneka sonke siyazi ukuthi siconsulte kuJesu. And be careful of abantu abangenayo uJesu. Kunencwadi lapha kumaHebheru ithi ukulunga kwemvelo akumthokozisi uJehova. Right? And if we can check, akekho umuntu olunge njengomuntu olunge emanisazwana ningakaxabani. Ne? Umngani wakho angashare nawe isikhafuthini, angakugibelisa itaxi ningakaxabani. But because ulunge ngenxa yokuthi akana Jesu, it is easy ukuthi kusasa kubalisele akutshele the way akusize ngakhona. So once sifuna ukulungisa spiritual life yethu, first things first, we need to accept Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. Then uzodila nama-cases wonke, izinto ezingcele kumama wakho zofuzo, ama-cases owancele kumama wakho useyingane atransfereke kuwe. But once sewamukela uJesu ukhatha zonke lezo zinto. Niyayibona indaba ye spirituality. Basale ebenyama bathi awukahlawulwa wena. Ubaba wakho wakulahla. Wazalwa ngerape, ubaba wakho akaziwa. Athi uJesu yebo enyameni wazalwa ngerape kodwa wangamukela sengubaba kuye. Bakulahle bakushiye nabantwana abawu4, ushonelwa abazali uyibona uyintandane athi uJesu mina nguyise weintandane. Abangivumayo mina will make sure ukuthi nezingane zabo azilambi. Niyabo ukuthi umuntu okwamukelwa uJesu. Mawufuna ukuba nepeace empilweni yakho, your spiritual life fanele lidwe uJesu. Niyabona? So ngiveza lokho nje ukuthi sezikhona zonke lezi zinto ayithashile ubhuti. I think uthasha into eziningi ngihleli lapha phansi ebengizozithasha. Sezivele zonke lezi zinto zama abuse nani. I-consultation yakho bakwethu number 1 uJesu. And sometimes uJesu akafuni nokuthi uchaze ukuthi ufunani. You just call igama lakhe. Khona isikhathi esizokufikela whereby izinto zikuxakile, ekhaya akuhambi kahle, esikolweni akuhambi kahle, mhlambe nasemsebenzini akuhambi kahle, impilo yakho ayihambi kahle and usuhlulwa nawe ukuthi uthandaze, awazi ukuthi kumele uthandaze uthini. Just call out the name Jesus. Ulbize sometimes ulbize noma abanye abantu babone ngathi uyahlanya kanti understand that the power of the name. Ngoba le gama linamandla lifana negama lakho. You know, abazali bethu basetha ngemizwa yabo. Yabona mayexabana lapha nobaba umntwana bahlukana mhlambe bahlukana usese pregnant mayezozwala umntwana athi owami. Yabona nangu owami. So kanti angithi wenziwa abangakhi ababili but because of ukulwa nani mhlawumbe umunye athi hayi owami should fanele behle ukuthi njengoba sewuphapha lo baba wakho azange akusupport wena ungowami. But what I'm trying to say ukuthi igama nezwa bakwethu liyakhuluma and bahlakaniphile bonke abantu abacheka amagama abo ekuzalweni kwabo so that if you feel ukuthi igama lakho alikho right kinamadi mabi, if you feel ukuthi awulithandi in a spiritual way again hlaba inkukhu or uthenga ikhekhe, ngithi kuthenga amakhekhe ngalesikhathi bedla, it's a service. Hayi bafethu nginibizile nje asiphuzeni cold drink ngifuna uku-introduce my new name. Understand? Ngalesikhathi bedla in your name kwezikamoya osivumelana ngako la nakuphi nasezulwini kuyavumelwana. Iyasuka ikhesi yegama le-enga nokulwa but uqale wena uphile ngegama elisha. Injalo ke nento kaJesu. That is why no Jesu awumamukeli private bese sewuyaqhamuka nje uthi hayi mina sengiyakholwa ngisindisiwe. No, ibiza ukuthi akube khona abantu abathi sasikhona sambona amukela uJesu emva kokuthi abafundisi bashumayele ngoba iyinkonzo leyo nto leyo. Ngaleso sikhathi wena uvuma in public nezingilosi ezulwini zishaya istamp. Ngalesikhathi abangani bakho bedla nawe egameni lakho uthi hayi nginibizile nje mangabe wenza umsebenzi angithi we live ngendlela ezingafani. Mangabe wenze umsebenzi then mangabe nje wenze leyo lunch yakho uthi hayi asidleni ngishintshe igama ezulwini kuthiwa from today igama lakho akusese uzibani uintroduce the new name. Leyo nto leyo iya ngalento ebeyisho mfowethu ukuthi fanele uzithembe uzazi ukuthi ubani and uyicreate from that impilo yakho uyiplane from leyo nto leyo ofuna ukuba yiyo. Nizombona uNkulunkulu uzohamba nani your spiritual life. Sengiphetha ke bakwethu ayikho into ehlula uJesu. Kuyazwakala ngithi ayikho into ehlula uJesu. Abazali bethu bangazama ukusilwela, bangazama ukusikhulisa but one day bazondlula. Angithi our government ingazama ukusupport us left and right izohluleka. Abafowethu abangani bethu but uJesu akafi. Okay? Uye namhlanje uyizolo uye maphakadeni. Ngalesikhathi uwedwa uswele umuntu ongakhuluma naye. Mawungakhuluma naye ude angeke athi ayo yangiphazamisa ngisalele. Alright? No le ungayikhuluma efonini ithi ngizendlini. No. Uyabona? But uJesu uthi khuluma ngilalele. You understand? Once ukhuluma naye, definitely sure, izinto zakho zizohamba kahle. Your spiritual life i-maintainwa ngezwi. Once uthi wena ufuna ukuphila impilo yokukholwa or impilo yakho kamoya ibe right, iba umngane weBhayibheli. Okay? Iba umngane weBhayibheli. And whenever ama-challenges, ama-attacks ekuvukela, khumbula a scripture esibhekane naleso simo obhekene naso. And in your prayers, use that scripture. You understand? Mayizimpi zikuhlasela befuna ukukubulala bekuhleba left and right liyashiza ukuthi asikho isenzelwe thina esiyophumelela. In your prayers uNkulunkulu uthe ezwini lakho ngale hayi ukuthi uyakhohlwa but umele wena ukuthi umtshele, and once wenza lokho ingilosi yempindiselo. Understand? Usukuthinta yonke leminyango ebekiwe njoba ngichazela ukuthi as much as kukhona ama-demons, let me put it like that, ama-demons ubufebe, uphuza utshwala, nangapha kukhona ingilosi yokuthula, khona ingilosi yenjabulo, different offices. So mau thinking in yazi ukuthi uquota which verses. And ngeke ukwazi ukunderstand iBhayibheli njoba ufuna ukumaintaina i-spiritual life yakho if awukwazi ukuthandaza. You understand? Kusho ukuthi for you to understand ukuthi lithini iBhayibheli, esekhona ama-mentors onke akufundisayo, but you need to be strong also in prayer, ufunde ukuthandaza. Sonke siyazi esikolweni safundisa ubaba wethu wasezulwini. If uyahluleka awuqale baba wethu wasezulwini anqose igama lakho, afike umusa wakho mayizithanda yakho, bese uthi uyafunda ke. Yabona? From that umoya oyingcwele uzokukhulisa. Next time angeke usasho ubaba wethu wasezulwini as a routine, but uzothandaza ngendlela right. Eyokugcina, to maintain your spiritual life, ukudumisa. Ne? Akusibo ubudomo ukuthi mawuayina lapha uhlabelele, yabona, umdumise. Akusibo ubudomo ukuthi izinto mazikushaya ungazi ukuthi wenze njani, udumise. Indumiso sometimes it helps in such a way yokuthi noma ungesenawo amagama, ungasazi ukuthi uzothandaza uthini, hlabelela nje, wena just hlabelela. Ngagumnyama, yabona, uhlabelele, then khona umnyango oconsultayo. Sisonke ayikho into engavimba your spiritual life if we are a maintainer and you grow. Angeke same day ube kwi higher level, but yonke into practice makes perfect. Once you practice into, you'll be perfect one day. Kancane. Ngiyabonga Inkosi Busisi.
Sanibonani? Ninjani? Okay, today is really interesting because angizijwayela ngalezi zinto lezi ama-camera, mic, like I'm just nervous, but I hope you guys are comfortable already, and so I can also be comfortable and be able to speak about my business venture. Okay, so before I continue, I'd just like to say thank you to Simpiwe for giving me the platform to talk about my business venture and how I came about it, right? Okay, so firstly, my name is Mbali Ispongo Warandlalane. Oh guys, I'm actually, okay. Okay, and also during my speaking, like I'll also like try to engage and ask you guys questions, and please don't be nervous, just answer, raise up your hands and be more than willing to answer as well. Okay, so talking about my journey and the outcome of my business venture, right? It all started when I was little. You know, like I really liked things actually, you know, and I liked taking charge and trying new things, you know, hoping with, you know what, things will work out, you know. So it all started when I started a small tuck shop with my little sister. I actually wish she was here as well because she also has her own small business, you know, but unfortunately she's not here. But it all started when we started a small tuck shop, selling some sweetie and things like that at home, you know, and it went well. And then, then it stopped, unfortunately, because we just didn't have time in our hands. We had school, and we were just very busy as well, and also lazy, you know, and not consistent. That's the main word, consistency, you know. So, okay, I'm gonna keep this short and brief as well, because I think you just want the straight thing. But I'm nervous, so I might talk a lot and all that stuff, but anyway. Okay, then going to my high school journey, I was just like, you know what, wow, I'm growing up. I need to, you know, like, and see what I can do, you know. And then I started a business with my friend, you know. And we're like, you know what, friend, I see these kids, man, and you know kids like things. Let's also just buy sweets and sell sweets, because you know, like there was a tuck shop, but like the tuck shop didn't have the things that we wanted. So I'm like, you know what, friend, let's sell sweets, sell chips, and whatever people like, you know. So it all started with a survey that we had, and we listed all the sweets that people liked or were trending at that time. So then we'd go around in the school and handed out the surveys, and people would, you know, take the sweets that they liked, and then we sold the most popular sweets there. And it went so well, guys. Like, I was even happy that I actually did it with her as well, because we, you know, like we were communicating, we understood with, okay, today you take the sweets, I bring the sweets tomorrow, or what, or you know, like we're just communicating in terms of that. Okay, and then we stopped, and then how I came about my current business venture. It's called Wooden Racks. So you can go on Instagram as well, because it's currently an online store. I don't have a physical store, but hence I'm also here today just to showcase what I have. And hopefully you guys can come during the interval and just like search through and browse through what I have, and maybe you can support, and maybe you'd find things that you'd like. So how I came about this business and what inspired me to, you know, to start it, right? It started in 2020. I was doing my grade 11 at that time. So during the lockdown period, you know, like we're in our houses, we just feel suffocated because, hey, like there's no movement, you know. Yes, we're in the house, there's people, and like I don't like being around people for a long time sometimes, but you know, but it was that thing of like I really felt like I need to do something about it, and also not just sit at home and then go back to sleep, and you know, like feeling like I don't have a life or like a motive to wake up, whatever, you know. So I was doing my grade 11, and I'm like, you know what, okay, yes, I'm studying now, I have to focus in school, but also, let me try this, you know. And I thought about it, I'm like, no, but Mbali, you like things. And when I say things now, I'm talking about things that actually resonate with me, you know. I'm like, I like fashion, you know, like, I hope you can see. But anyway, I like fashion, you know, and not just like any normal fashion, but just like actually vintage stuff, you know. Because my friends like saying, Bali, I actually like your style is, you know, like a Hollywood deluxe, vintage type vibes, and I like it too. So, I came about that thought. I'm like, you know what, fashion it is. Mbali, let's do something about it. So I drew up a business plan, and I wrote down everything, and guys, I did my research. And I think that's the thing that people feel, no, but research, guys, like you have to actually do research. Like you can't just go around asking, okay, so how did you do it? Like you have to do it yourself. Go to the internet, Google, go around as well, ask people, okay, so what's this, so how do I do this and all that stuff, because I know people are lazy as well. So I wasn't lazy at that time, because like I said, I needed to feel like I'm live, you know. So I did my research, and I Googled and all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's start an online vintage thrift store. So a thrift store is where we sell secondhand clothing, you know. Okay, so I drew down my business plan, I gave it to my mom. Because I didn't have money at that time, I'm like, Mama, please help me. Here's my business plan. Can you help me with this? Because I'm actually like, I'm willing to start this business and all that stuff. And then she read through everything and she was obviously asking me questions, which is, how are you going to pay me back if I give you this certain amount? Because I drew up that certain amount. Like I said, you need capital to start a business. And then I told her, I'm like, no, you know, like I have school as well, like I'll save up. And also when I make the money, when I sell the clothes, I'll actually give you back all the money that I asked you to borrow me, you know. Okay, so she's like, okay, cool. I'm willing to give you this amount and you better give me this amount back as well. I'm like, sharp. So I went about to every thrift store as well. I started buying clothes, like pieces. And then, so like what I do is that I resell it on my price, you know. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm selling it. I sell these on my own price. And then I post them on Instagram and I promote, and I also have friends who are willing to also promote for me, or people or customers who are happy, I guess, and then like they'll promote and be like, okay, here's what about, okay, sharp. So then I made the amount that I asked my mom to give me, and I paid it back. And now it's really doing well actually, but like it's hard when it comes to promoting because you have to find your target market. And not everyone likes secondhand clothes. And not everyone likes vintage clothes. So hence I also wanted to start this business because I just wanted to, you know, revive like this whole style, like vintage wear, because I feel like people have forgotten it in a way. Like it's like boring to people now. It's like, when are you too old? And guys, like I actually think that was like fashion back then. Like that was fashion. Like people knew what to wear and, you know, like compile pieces together and all that stuff. So yeah, so here's my business ventures on Wooden Racks. I mean, it's on Instagram. It's called Wooden Racks, and if you can go on Instagram and find us and follow me, and if you want to take my details as well, if you don't have money and you perhaps find something that you like, and you're more than welcome to ask and come for my details, and then we can talk, yeah, like how you can get it and stuff like that. So yeah, that is my business venture, and I just wanted to also say, Uguti, growing up, I had this toxic trait where, like guys, I just like to prove people wrong, like all the time. Like I just have this thing with I want to prove people wrong because growing up, I was a special child, you know, and I suffered from anxiety and like I just felt somehow like guys, I was just special. I was just really special. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna prove people wrong because people would always say, dude, like you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that. I'm like, okay, sharp. Stay like that. And hopefully in 5 years' time or whatever, I'll be having my own proper store now, like a physical store, whereby people can actually come and I also get to engage with people more and like they'll find nice things that they'd want. And yeah, so yeah, like I said, I'm gonna keep it short and brief. So that is my business venture. It's a thrift store. So yeah, thank you guys.
Ngaphandle kokumosha esinye isikhathi ngicela ukubiza ama graduates wethu ukuthi angene. Ngitseni ngangena, dlala music. Phambi volume. DJ wamdlala dlala ingoma. Kenan. Yeah. Sanibonani, ngibonga ithuba lokuma ngaphambi kwenu namhlanje. Igama lami uRopiwa wakaMatotsi.
Ngipuma Eliondale. So I studied psychology. I have an honors degree in psychology from the University of Johannesburg. So ngifuna nje ukunitshela ngejourney yami yokufunda nesikolo. So initially mangisafunda I wanted to be a teacher, but we all know ukuthi izinto ziyashintsha along the way, and it's fine to always change your mind. If you feel like into is not for you anymore, it's always good to change your mind, ulandele inhliziyo yakho. So I found an interest in human behavior, hence I decided to pursue a career in psychology. So what helped me achieve qualification yami through it all? Prayer. Ithi ngisho kanjalo ngikhuliswe ekhaya lenkonzo. Ngikhuliswe abazali supportive, so kuyo yonke into if benginama challenges fortunate enough ukuya kumzali ngimtshela ukuthi ngibhekane nento so ne confusion so mangabe kuhlulekile lapho bengiguqa thandaza. Sonke siyazi imfundo inzima kakhulu, it's not easy at all. Uyabhekana nama challenges. During my second year evarsity ngashonelwa ubaba, and sure that was something else, but yimi lo I hold the qualification. Kukho konke ngingabhekana nakho. A month after ngcwaba ubabami I had to bhala ama exam, but still ngingaphumelela because of ukuzimisela kwami. So into engayisho entsheni ukuthi zimiseleni. If unesifiso ngempilo yakho, if you have a dream or a goal in mind, zimisele. Akekho omunye umuntu ozokufikisa la ufuna ukufika khona ngaphandle kwakho. Zimisele, ungezwa ngabantu ukuthi into ayikho achievable. Nothing is impossible. uNkulunkulu uyasitshela emibhalweni yakhe, there is nothing that is impossible kuNkulunkulu. So zimiseleni, fundani. Nanoma ufike esikolweni into engisizile kakhulu ukuthi ngibe nediscipline, because siyazi ukuthi zikhona izinto zomhlaba. Asisho ukuthi bekela ubu-youth bakho esidini ufocus emfundweni. Balance izinto, but at the end of the day ukhumbule ukuthi yini ebalekile, yini ofuna ukuyi-achieve and work towards that. So kukho konke ngibonga uNkulunkulu, ngibonga abazali, ngibonga ifamily zitholele i-support structure right, even if kusesontweni or umakhelwane, if mhlambe endlini situation ayikho right, uhlezi akhona umuntu ozo believer kuma goals wakho. So kukho konke ngifuna ukunishiya nje ngalokho ukuthi nothing is impossible. Achieve your goals. If I can do it, you definitely can. Thank you.
Sanibonani, igama lami uSiphokazi Ngona and ngiphuma eAlbertini. I studied economics and econometrics from the University of Johannesburg. And into that I'd like to leave you with today is that imfundo is so important. We have one of the highest rates as unemployment, and as is kunzima ukuthola umsebenzi, right? But with that education, with that degree, with that course or whatever qualification you have, it's easier to get your foot into the right doors. And I just want to say, with us having such a high unemployment rate, something as difficult or as important as a degree can get you a job beyond the South African borders. So we live, especially in this fourth industrial revolution, online, it's very possible to find umsebenzi outside of that. Education is very important, and I'd advise ukuthi umuntu nomuntu, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, hlala ubuyele esikoleni. Don't worry ukuthi it's going to take you 4 years. That 4 years was going to pass anyway, but just go and do something that you want to do. And another thing I'd like to leave you with today is that please don't make the the mistake of studying something because uchele uzbani, because you will have to endure that degree. You're the one who needs to sit through those lectures. You're the one who needs to sit through those tutorials. But like Urofi said, it's very important to have discipline. It's very important to know why you're doing it, because at the end of the day, if you don't do it for yourself, no one will. If you don't show up for yourself, no one will. Yeah, and that's all I'd like to say.
Kuthola makubese bandleni. Ngiyathanda ukunibingelela nonke bazalwane egameni laJesu Kristu. Igama lami nguSibongile wakwaNgubeni. Mina ngihlala eKempton Park ngokuhlala, ngifunde eUnisa. Mina indlela yami ithanda ukuhluka kancane kunale yabodadewethu lana ngoba ngihambile le ndlela abanthandekayo. Ngiqale 2014 ukufunda, kodwa angisho ukuthi from 2014 until today bengifundela into eyodwa. Ukuphuma kwami esikolweni bengithi ngiyaregister bazalwane, kanti isilungu besingakangeni kahle, besingakaregister kahle. Nga-applyela ubu-postgraduates, because yabu-postgraduates, kanti hayi mina ngigraduate high school kuphela. So angikhonanga-ke ukungenelela, bengi-applyele i-logistics. Mina ngithanda nje ukuba sendleleni ukusebenza ngezinto ezisemgwaqeni ezingenayo neziphumayo ngaphezweni lakithi. So angikhonanga ukuthatha i-logistics ku-first year yami. Nga-applya February for i-certificate yokuthi ngingahlali ngingenzi lutho nje endlini, ngithathe thiwa i-gap year, kodwa mina bengingayifuni i-gap year ngoba bengazi ukuthi abangane engihamba nabo ba-wrong kakhulu. Ngangena ku-gap year sokuba ukulahleka kwami lokho. Ngafunda ngenza i-certificate bengirejistele i-International Freight Management. Nayo ya isemkhankeni lo we-logistics, kodwa nje ukwazi nje ukuthi kuyenzakalani ku-paperwork i-logistics. Lokho nje kuphela. Ngathi nangigraduate angazama futhi uku-applyela i-degree ye-logistics, kodwa angikhonanga futhi ukuregistera ngoba angiyenzanga i-accounting e-high school. Wangishaya-ke lokho. Wamele ngiqala phansi e-high school, ngiqala i-accounting se-high school bazalwane. Le ndlela yami. Ngayenza accounting, yangishaya. Ngayenza i-certificate se-1 year for 2 years. Ngasithola i-certificate ngaphasa, kwakhani ngiregister-ke. Ngayenza i-diploma ye-business admin because ama-marks wami nakhona bewangangivumeli futhi ukuthi ngingenele kwe-logistics. Ukudlala wafethi Milando. Milando. Ngoba ngasosevasithi utshela ukuthi hayi imali yeNSFAS nayingena nayishini nge-200 ngizoloku ngithi kancane ngizohlinzeka ama-tin staff ngidle lokhu nalokhu. Okunye biza abangani asishayeni house party bangani ngizostadisha ngo-12 uyostadisha ubusudayikiwe bafethu. Kustadisha uyalala uthi hayi zobuke ekuseni ngikhuleka uNkulunkulu uzongibona nje nasengena ku-exam room. Hayi-ke to be short, ngayithola-ke i-diploma yami ye-logistics. Ngathi hayi ngiyawuthanda lo mkhanka, kodwa nakungathiwa-ke ngifuna ukuba nebhizinisi yami, ngizoba nayo kanjani ngingayenzanga i-business management? Kwangena kanjalo-ke nga-applyela i-degree futhi for 3 years ye-business management. Ngayiphasa-ke, ngagraduate futhi last year. Ngakhona ngibona ngigaxa imibili. Kodwa bengithi nangena la ekuqaleni bengizothi hayi lokuqala lasesikolweni bese leli lasezayoni. Ngakhuzwa ngapha ngathi hayi nangikhuluma iqiniso. Ngiyabonga bazalwane.
Sanibonani. Ninjani? Mina igama lami nguPrudence Lebogang Maphupha. Ngihlala eThwathwa. Engakusho ukuthi mina I've studied BA honors in psychology, community health, and I also possess a qualification as social auxiliary worker. So I can relate to what Ubudi was saying over there, and I'd also like to add ukuthi it is important as abazali ukuthi si communicate nabantwana, because as I was on this program one thing that I have realized as I was counseling abantwana besikolo is that some parents are not present empilweni zabantwana babo. Uqinisile usisi masaqala lana khona oshilo wathi siyagowisha, and it is true. siyagowisha okwengempela and isupport yabazali bethu siyayidinga. I-best friend yomntwana empilweni yakhe kumele kube umzali wakhe. So ngiyanicela abazali ukuthi try by all means ukuthi nibeni honest ebantwaneni benu. Akube yini enipha abantwana benu ama-advices, bangatholi advice esestratini because omunye umuntu anyeke athande ngathini ukuthi ubone omunye umuntu aqhubekela phambili ngezinto ezi-right, so therefore advise ngezinto ezi-wrong. And with that being said, ngicela ukubuyela emuva kancane. With my undergrad, I studied through i-bursary yase-Ekurhuleni. I'm just sharing information so that nani nizokhona ukuthi nilandelele emuva. I studied through the Ekurhuleni municipality program, and after that, bang place for an internship program for 2 years. And within the 2 years, kule department bebang place kiyo, my manager then wang offer i-bursary because beka umuntu ojwayele nama-sponsors. Then I was able to complete i-honors yami in psychology. So guys, ne-work ethic nayo ibalulekile kakhulu. Ukuziphatha kwakho, i-discipline amase i-UNISA ingifundisile. Ama-deadline, time management ingifundise okuningi i-UNISA. So guys, ningezwa abantu bathi yes, unemployment is there, but engakusho ukuthi education is the key. And ungathi mawuyitholile qualification yakho uvele kuhlale, yenza amanye ama-courses eceleni. Uyabona, just upgrade yourself and develop yourself so that you can be marketable empilweni. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. My name is Mpho Zusi. So my journey started after matric. I did a learnership with National Blood Service. So the learnership was to become a phlebotomist. So you did a phlebotomy course for 2 years, then you write the board exam. And after your second year, you become a qualified phlebotomist. So that helped me to be able to pursue my true passion because while I was working there, I was able to study through UNISA part-time to study bachelor degree in accounting science. So I did obtain that bachelor accounting science through studying part-time at UNISA. What I would like to say is that obviously it was challenging because obviously while studying part-time, I became a mother, so obviously I was working as well. So it's important that you manage your time very well. Obviously you'll be tired from work and all that, but it's important that you know the goal. The goal is that you want to obtain this degree. So whatever time you get, maybe at lunch break, at work or wherever, you study. Okay, and taking from the train what you're saying about development, it's important that you don't box yourself and say, you know what, I only want to go through university. So that's going to be the only way for me to achieve my goals. There's other ways. As I mentioned, my way was through a learnership because I didn't have the opportunity to be taken to school. Obviously, funds and all the challenges that we face as a black people anyway. Yeah. So whatever opportunity that's there, whether it's learnership, whether it's short courses that are offered for 6 months, but if that's going to help you to get some funds so that you can pursue what your goal is, I think that it's the best decision you can make for yourself. Just take it with both arms and make sure that you study very hard, you work very hard, and yeah, you work towards your goals.
Sanibonani. Ngegama uKabelo ngesibongo Molefe. Futhi maliphelele uKabelo Molefe. Ngibuye Soweto. Mina ijeni yami yesikolo eqale eRosebank College ngenza certificate ezigap ezosisime kasho ukuthi mangahlala abangani bakho bazoconvince ukuthi izinto ezibhedayo. So ngayenza certificate se-business management, then ngayenza i-degree yami business administration, ngagraduate la this year. Manje ngenza i-postgrad yami e-UJ, ngenza i-postgrad in business management. Ngiyabonga.
Guys, I studied at TUT, Tshwane University of Technology, and I studied a diploma in performing arts technology, so it's theater based. So what we actually do, we work behind the scenes. We do sound, lighting, makeup, costume designing, set design, yonki that you can imagine behind the scenes of theater and film. Yeah. So I'm not gonna share a lot, but yeah, ngoba ngifuna ngikhulume ya ngikhuluma.
Dumelang. Ka lebitso ke Thabang Rasitanga. Ke dula difateng mo Tembisa. I was supposed to be with my colleague, and then my colleagues not here. Oh, pants. Right. Yazwagala. Oh. Colleague yaka azanga yabateng to the funeral ko habo, but ki manage to ke beteng sintswele ke former drug addict. And then tsela yaka ya di drugs ibile painful. Motolor no way out. Ke nna ke stakile ki wane ki mo di drugs and then go thomeng aka ke party ya tolor lack of concentration, parents. My father passed away. Then by that time I was supposed to go to high school. Then I kekeni ngwaga o setso ba thomile ba maki ba kwadisitse bana ba sekolo yang pastor ki dule ngwaga 40 according ke tlo kena next year e latelang. Ngwaga o latelang already ke locationing. And the same year, my father passed away. Already said ki tlhaka-tlhakana le nna maoledi o tlhaka-tlhakane asa focus ke nna mo le nna ka thomella yana ke a bona ra maoledi a ka se tlo ncheka bjalo nyabangena a thomella yana diaswa ka ke so thomelle sekolo so ko high school ke locationing diaswa hao se ke le last number Kazolo ke di nickname tsa location ke bitsiwa ka mo Kazolo I bona ko last number. All right, going to school first year yaka high school pupur fail first year rangzo we are next year another year fail oh musimo and then the second year ke failang ka yona ke ngwago tholor le maoledi wa kalaza I bona he setsa tlhokofetse ya nong ke nna go iponela gore ke sekolong oro wato I bona tabai ya banna mo le ke a thomella ya nong skela ke ya mara a gona motho mfoster mo gore ke ile a ka ya a gona motho mfoster uniform ke nani yona a ke na yona no one and then ke a thomella ke sekolong ke iputsa rai bo last number bo le ba sekolo ba qualification ke continue ka bona fihle sekolong ha ona ntwe ke utlwelletseng sekolong maka batle di taizing ne le nna di taizing yonke into e wrong je ne ke kitima ko teng vele ha ke le last number Kazole ka molikam ke a bona re no plan ya skela ai some prizes ha ona ntwe ke yelang skela ngono ke quita ke ra ona motho o botsang we wane kwena or decision e winkang kwena aka quit who quitting ke ba locationing planning ke already ha ke se ke tswa ne setse ke etsang ke tsuba dikata ya no ke locationing machita ka se re machita a nkentsene awa mo ke nna ka ba tlore ke blame o mongwe re eng ai ke dutse ke a dikhopula ke locationing one man ba le ba bang ba choose ba dikolo nna ke one no plan hai manona ni mchito mong ke a motseba mano ka re wa phusha nyana e bona a re ke bonane le yena entanga fele sharp man ke a bona re wa phusha mano tswere di retivats ya no nna nka rato re ko joine mo wa e bona taba ya ana ne plan ke ngo gore o joine ba fana ke rai no ma yini wa bona nna ko botsa file a ke na stwadi o chori decision e ke nkang ke aka ara wena o good for the job plus o ka se sokodisi o ka se wa e bona taba ya ha ona motho o tlo tlang ba ntla a tshwenya ba re o bolaela ngwana re eng o good wena nka tla ka o hlohla ke mo ya no nka thomella ke etsang ke a rekisa go rekisa ke di drugs ke a rekisa se ke a tutsa le nna yana akere ba batlo botsa ra usithengisela kanjani into ongayizwa nawo kwamele uyizwe ukuthi ihamba kanjani ukuthi i-right kwamele uyibheme nawale nna se ke a thoma yana ku ke staff museum hi merchants ke tshwere staff batla ka line vele ke makweru ke last number gazole in and out ke line ko jarateng akere ke nnokilwe ha ona motho mpotsang phe in and out how next ke a bona re no go tlo latelang maphodisa ai ke sa dutse bole e se gale bosiu ba teng maphodisa a kena already se ke a tseba gore se ke a batlega kere a go so be le info ba tseba number mara ba tsebe motho re ke motho o beng o rekisang wa e bona ya ba nna mo le bosiu bo maphodisa a fihla ba searcha a ba thola neges ke nna mo le ke a dikhupulo re mo motho o tlo tsamaya o na le lephodisa le leng la strata sa ka ne le fela le mpotso re mone wena o tlo tsamaya wa tseba gore half ya teng pilisi eo ke how many years 5 years and na ba tlo thola ka khago kaofela o countela mengwaga e kaofela ke a bona gore mo mara ka baka la gore ai di a feta monna di kena ka mo di a feta a ka continue ka pusha o tseba gore le nna se ke le addicted vele ha ona tsatsi la mahala tlamele ke bemo ke tsube all right ya boya nako ya nong sana ha o ke nna ke liwane and then ke a tsuba ke dutse mo le ke a ipotsa gore mara ha ona motho o tlo nkhuza mo and then ka mo ke a khawathe ba fela ba re tempele ke yona mmele wa ka o ko senyang wa e bona taba e ke a bona antlo re no ke a quita mo and then when it comes to quita hobim obviously first ko ring ke botsa mthakolo wa di drugs ra nna ke sa ikena party ai ntanga ke a bona re ke tlo senyela ke bophelo ka yona taba e re ke sa stepe o continue le ba bang ai ona mo le ka sa stepa ka mofa thulusi ya gae ka ofela ra nna ke sharp ya no bothata se le bonna ya no tlamele ke tsube ya thomella ya no craving ile ya utsuba ke batlana leng le pilisi ke a tsuba only to find out right man ntwe aina mo mpielang ke a paizisega ka mo ke paizisa wese a ona motho mpotsa mphela ke gazole last number ngono ke bona tabe re ke a quita we quit okay it was painful cause le oma leo la ubitsa wa bona le bontanga ke up and down ha se o ka party na wenza kanjani hamba fethu ngegrand mara ya tla ra ile nyoro esana ai one day ya khono feta 2 day ya khono feta that's where ke bona gore awa motse ntwe a se bophelo ba ka nka khona gore ke change wa bona so far ke auto a ke sa use any drugs ke yona ntwe ke bona gore no ngona la ke emiso mo pele ke tsibisa oi one nyana a ka khona o change o mong ka tsebo ya ka mo go ke tswang ko teng tronkong ke atso midipong ke atso wa e bona taba ke di entse dilo tse tso thola gore di wrong kaofela but e tla monna ya no re son ke a te paizisa nna tlamele ke te change ke yona mo ke bona gore no e re ke zamo re at least ba bona so far le a choose re nane program re fela re kena dikolo re tsibisa bana ka di dangerous bo danger bang ba di retibatsi ke yona ntwe nkarato e bolela so far ke a leboha.
The title of my message is quite simple, yabo. Stay true to your truth. Anna? Stay true to your truth. Yeah, I title the message, it simply means stay true to your truth and be guided by your truth. Because the birthplace of the truth, it is not you, but the one who gives the truth. And that person who gives the truth, it is God Himself Almighty. We are told. So it is tell move just to break the ice, you know. Nzokutala ngawe. Aye wapheke move angisho wena. Bengicela usukume usitshela igama lakho. Cela usukume. Sanibonani. Bingelela phela indlu. Yeah. Oh, Sibeko. Uhlala kuphi wena my dear? Alex. Wow. Okay, unangaki? Turning 15. Grade 9, ne? Okay, yini iphupho lakho my dear? Medical detective. Wow. Okay. Tell us some shining zan. Yeah, we I want to get eceleni ngiza kuwe. Yeah. Yebo. Yeah. 14. Okay. Grade 7. Okay. Ufuna ukuba yini wena my child? Private investigator. Hey. Wow. Okay. Nice. Good. Nice. Where to? Where no we cut him where to? We cut. Yes. Where na pro army. Yebo. Yeah. Financial analyst. Oh wow. Okay. Tanaka put Brian sugum. Yeah. Unjani? Yeah. Wow, okay, that's nice. Personally, I'm inspired. Ngama pupo and ngama dreams, you know, because they are not quite obvious dreams, but it is ama dreams that that do not basically fall under the obvious professions. And I love the fact which you spoke about being a foundation phase teacher. You know, one of Mabakuluma about when we study what you call unemployment, you know, one of our jobs that are guaranteed within South Africa, spaces of employment, it is teaching. My sister she spoke something very beautiful. She says, she spoke about something very beautiful. You can get jobs overseas. Another thing China. Bafuna abantu abangabafundisa yini isiLungu. So when as a result of choosing ukuthi ufuna ukuba teacher, you have been you do not have South Africa as the only place ongafuna umsebenzi khona, but you've got the globe as a whole. You've got China abathi khwangkhwa abafuna ubafundisa. So my question engifuna ukunibuza yona, how many of your parents know about your dreams? That's the problem in Sinai. My sister who's a psychologist who spoke about a disconnect between abazali nani nabantwana. My sister who spoke about the significance between abazali and abantwana being friends. There is a disconnect within us as black people. Abantwana bala, but the question is bapha abazali. It's one thing for your parent to know what they want for you, and another thing for your parent to understand what's good for you. My question is within my dreams now, who pointed you towards that particular direction? They spoke about a support structure. If if there is a disconnect between iphupho labantwana and their reality, on a professional basis, what are the odds or the chances with their particular reality, the majority of them will pursue their dreams? What are the odds and the chances that the majority of them bazofinyelela ekufezeni iphupho labo? There is a talk I once gave. I said abafana abaningi within our communities, la bahlala khona, it's not a home. Abafana bakhuliswa yini? Istrat. Abafana abaningi find comfort kuphi estrateni more than they find comfort kuphi endlini. Amantombazana, once they reach a particular age, find comfort not endlini nasestrateni but kuphi emfaneni. Amantombazana don't go ebafaneni on the basis yokuthi bayathanda, but that's the only place outside church whereby they find peace. We speak about a God of peace, but emasontweni ku-empty, the youth is absent because there is no peace within the house of the Lord. The concept of peace in the house of the Lord is nothing other than a theoretical concept and a figment of our imagination. With that being said, before Indliba tense, we thank the young people Abala who organized this particular opportunity. Because this is a sacred space whereby we can speak about issues that are pertinent to us. This is a space and an opportunity to begin and initiate some problems that are able to tackle issues that we are faced with. I believe, Yoguti, there is nothing that's a coincidence. Everything that happens was predetermined. There is God's will, and there is man's will that tries to work against God's will. Are we together? Mangiti, nothing is a coincidence. For the mere fact, Yoguti, there is a fragmentation of the black family unit. It means Yoguti, it was deliberately politically organized. The question then becomes is, whose will prevail, God's will or man's will? I believe Yoguti, the will of God can prevail in Pinenzala. My message was going to be different, as a speaker, I will analyze the audience. So my task is simple. Noktula, you've begun a program, Bashle, you've begun a program. You've got these precious souls that you need to look after. Bomama. You've begun a program, and through a simple questionnaire, Aska kuluma about some of the issues Abantwana are faced with, we've identified Oguti, there is a dearth. A dearth simply means Oguti, there is a gap. Jabo Mama Bom Tandas, it's not enough to pray. But it's important we create platforms and avenues that are able to safeguard Amapupoan while Abantwana lab. Recently, for example, every child is born a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will believe its entire life that it is what? Stupid. It will believe that it is insufficient. Because the environment is not what? Enabling. My sister mentioned something very pertinent. She said she was able to pursue amateur. It was quite heartbreaking and at the same time inspiring. The majority of Abantabala. The question becomes, we won. Again, just to up the end. So in other words, there is a disconnect within our society in terms of the caliber of men that our society is producing and the caliber of women that our society is producing. Yes, some Mantombazana are achiever, but what about their male counterparts? I'm not bad looking, I'm not bad looking. Abafana who are handsome, abanye bayaguga. They've made a career ngokuthi bona. Sebawajola abosisi abafundile. Sebayayenzelwa. Can you see ukuthi there is a disconnect within our society? So in other words, we make in the past abo mama bethu nabo sisi bethu were not allowed ukuthi baye kuphi ezikolweni. At my university, they were denied any opportunities. Namhlanje bayawathola ama opportunities that were in the past exclusively the preserve of amadoda abafana baphi. So as much as we open up opportunities for about my sister, the boys are being left behind. We've got a problem of the girl child. We've got the problem of the adult boy. But so we've got a problem. You could my sister Shem, your album is independent, but lonely. I have nobody. Umuhlok salayo unjani? singing. So what am I saying? Now, it's simple. We've got a catharsis. We've got a major problem that we are confronted with as a society. Yoguti, as much as we are doing isn't right, but there are so many things within the process of isn't right, is it wrong? Isn't lie? So then the question becomes, are we making progress now? Are we making progress? No. Can you see, Yoguti, as much as we preach the word, because the word is ikulma, it's disconnected to our lived realities. Amen. But when we go back to our realities, it's something totally different. Are we together? So, in a nutshell, because I raised a lot of issues, I'm here to say there is hope. And this particular hope is us coming together. There is hope. And this particular hope is us continuing Galama efforts that are quite progressive. There is hope because he was able to overcome a problem that is plaguing Abafana Bane. IBhayibheli says ukuthi onendodana unobufakazi. Na ubufakazi siyabona. There is hope for the girl child because bebakhona abo my sister who are what? I'm graduates. There is hope for abo my sister and their dreams because uhlale 2 years. Angatholi umsebenzi but was eventually able to find ini umsebenzi. There is what? Hope. Kona what you call a scientific experiment that was done. Scientific experiment. Kundwane. Ne? Baba tata makundwane bawafaka kuphi? Within ijug. Ne? Bawafaka kanjalo, bawafaka lapha for 15 minutes bawafaka. Izofuna ukenzani kundwane njengoba liphakathi la? Izofuna ukuphuma. Are we together? But see, the average amount of time ikundwane bengahlala emanzini was 15 minutes. Ane? Bese licala lenzani? Yaqwida. Which is to drown. Ane? Bese balkhipha. Ne? Maba keeper kanjalo bathathe bafaka one bese bayenza what you call it a scientific experiment angisho bazofaka one babali bafake one babali. The average time was 15 minutes. Ba keeper bawa dryisa. Ane? Mabaceda ukwadryisa baphinde bawabusela. Ne? Phakathi in the same water after baceda ukubadryisa. Guess what? Manibhekile mase bawabusela ma azophinda zamukenzani ukuphuma. Mawubhekile athatha isikhathi esingakanani before aphelelwa amandla ukuthi aphume ukuthi bawakhiphe futhi. A random guess awazi mos. Angisho nozi. Umuntu owaziyo yimi. So it's a guess. Ngesilungu esiphezulu sithi it's a conjecture. So please kindly give me your conjectures. What do you think? We are creating a hypothetical situation in a scenario. You don't need to be right. You just need to exercise your cognitive faculties. What's the audience? But anywho, guys. Yes.
Maybe 13 minutes or so because it first experience and so it got traumatizing. So going back again to that experience.
It's more, I think less. Okay. Zothatha 3 hands, ne? Omunye uthi, thanks, ne? Uthi 13 minutes, ne? 13. Yeah. Okay, 1 3 13. All right. 8. They're still gonna drown. Okay, omunye ngicabangani? Okay, my sister. 20 minutes.
Because they are aware that someone's gonna
save them. Okay, all right. Do you agree? Some balance kube 2 against 2.
I think it's the same time.
Same time. Okay. Lined up. According to the scientific experiment, do you know how long they were able to stay inside what you call the bottle? It's either 60 minutes more or 45 minutes more.
Do you know why? It's because they had hope. They had hope. Khona lento sibiza nge-societal conditioning. Uyangithola? Yokuthi society conditions you to think and programs you in a particular way. Bahle, uyenze biomedicine, ne? Means you did a bit of physics, science, angisho yazi most evolution, genetic mutation. Yokuthi you pass on ama-genes wakho, dominant genes. Let's say for example, yabona ama-complexion wethu awafani. There are people abelungu, they are lighter. Because according to evolution, it was colder. And you breathe better at a colder climate. They were conditioned according to environment. So it's the same. They were conditioned. As a result of being in this particular environment, if I can stay longer, chances are I will get any help. So I'm saying bantwana basekhaya. Show mfethu. Eta. Nina nonke nginibuzile ukuthi ngifuna ukuba yini. I'm here to tell you ukuthi life is not going to get easier the older you grow up. Some of izinto that you had easy access to, life happens. But so you might lose them along the way. My sister obekamile la, she said ukuthi ke second year yakhe her father passed away. Life happens. I don't know what will happen to you empilweni, but ngifuna ukukutshela ukuthi don't lose hope. I don't know the tragedy that will unfold empilweni yakho out here, but I want to tell you ukuthi don't lose hope. I don't know what experiences or shortcomings empilweni yakho you'll experience. Some things ezenzakalayo, it's because of your own making. Some things it's because of external factors. Umama khangalahlekelwa umsebenzi. Baba khangalahlekelwa umsebenzi. Your parents might divorce. Someone egina ngagula. And some of amaphupho bonawo, nefiso bonazo, nalempilo ebe soft noma ebe lulo bonayo might change instantaneously. Unga expectanga. I want you to remember the fact yokuthi the rat never lost hope. I want you to remember, my sister, or graduated 20 or matriculated 2014. But I think last year, after how many years? 7 years. Wapuma nana 2 qualifications. Because she did not lose what? Hope. I want you to remember yokuthi banengi abagraduator especially izandla kodwa bahlale ekhaya for 2 years. Bangatholi imisebenzi. But they do not lose hope. So ngifuna ukuthi whatever happens empilweni yakho, whatever difficulties ayenzakalayo, however you analyze my problems esidibana now, as much as I was able to show you the complexities of the problems that we are faced with emphakathini, I want to tell you ukuthi don't lose hope. False hope is better than no hope. Awuthi mama chita sazokujuta. Life is azoyenzeka, and the quickest thing thina as out that we do to deal with pain, it's either singena kuphi etshwaleni bese edela kuphi edakamizweni. Mas edeka edakamizweni kanjalo bese senzana impilo ethi iphuma kuphi endleleni. But I want to give you hope and say yokuthi you can avoid the route yedakamizwa because he never lost hope. So my message is stay true to your truth, because your truth is not your truth, but it was given to you by the originator of truth, which is Christ himself, the author and finisher of our truth. For he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Okay, thank you guys for coming. Besizothanda ukubonga ama-speakers wethu. We have a little something for you guys. Bengizocela ubhuti.
Beautiful lady.
and she's the one who actually encouraged us to begin with Youth Explosion. So she saw ukuthi there's a gap in the youth, and she actually pushed me and Nonoktula, Nonomsa, to start something for ourselves. So we have a little gift for her just to appreciate her and to say thank you. Thank you, Mama.
Ngathi ngiba emotional kancane, but ke ithi ngizibambi. Nami ngifuna ukuphakamisa ukubonga kakhulu to our speakers, Mbali. This is beautiful. Bathung Butabang siyabonga, Butakanipho ngiyabonga. Angazi ukuthi ngenze ngathi ngaguqa ngamadolo nje phansi. Ngibonge like uNkulunkulu ngathi anganibusisa. Siyabonga ukuthi nithathe isikhathi senu mhlambe bekufanele nibe somewhere mhlambe emsebenzini, but you took the time to come and nizos inspire, I know, words of encouragement. Siyabonga kakhulu. Ngicela ningadinwa na next year mase sithi ngathi ayi laba abangabambi isikhathi bheka siphume ngo5 at least nje yabona, and bless us with your presence. Siyabonga kakhulu to our guests. Ngiyabonga kakhulu for kuba khona kwenu next year. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a cousin, a sister. Ukuthi hey ngibone enye into lapha e-Youth Explosion eThembisa, asiye and come in numbers so that sizokwazi ukufunda. Yabona ukuthi siyakwazi ukufunda nasesontweni. Ezinye izinto asikhona ukuzenza enkonzweni zethu. Mhlambe esontweni lakho ayikho into efana nalena. But at least invite other people to come nabo, and then sizokwazi ukuthi si-share nabo and share. Sharing is caring. Angithi sihlale sisho kanjalo. So masingashare ibhiya kuphela. Masingashare ugwayi kuphela, mara at least nezinye izinto ezizosenza ukuthi siphumelele elifini nazo sishare nazo, yabo, singabi nomono ngomunye umuntu ukuthi hey ngizothi ngiyanaye lapha yana bese naye athola ulwazi about ukukhuluma nama social worker ungabi nomono, just share. Siyabonga kakhulu. With that being said, ngizwe nje beza bangihlebela bathi abantwana bathi bafuna ukugwaba, bathi angeke bahambe bangagwabanga. So sizobanikeza iplatform. If nifuna ukucula nizocula bese niza ngaphambili nisigwabele and then gwabi. Ngicela nigwabi. Ne? So nithi nizoqala ingoma or sinifakele ingoma? Ispeak. Nifuna ingoma? Oh, okay. All right, no problem. Sizonifakela ingoma and then nize ke nizogwaba, nize nje lapha phambili nizogwaba. With that being said, emva kwabo masebagwabile sesigwabile sonke sesijabulile, ngizonikeza umama ukuthi kube uye ozosivalela and then sivale sihambe semakhaya. Ngiyabonga.
Zalwane. Hallelujah, Youth Explosion launch 2022. Youth Explosion selfless. Alo amen akaconvince shem. Amen. Bengizothi nilambile manje nidlile, mina ngabe nilambile ngizodla futhi. Lana bathi ngizobonga ukuthi uNkulunkulu usigcine kwaze kwabala. So ngizocela ukuthi nisukume ninonke, nisondeleni la eduze. Anyeke ngize ngikhulume kakhulu. Ngizocela ukuthi sonke sisukume sicule lo mculo engizocula. Nilalele le rhythm engizobe ngihamba ngayo. Ngicela nisukume nize phambili. Come hither. Ubudlakani phuthe nize eduze nami ngithi come hither. Ningavalela abantwana lapha ya, ngicela beze la phambili. Wozani la phambili. If niyakhona ukubambana ngezandla ngicela nibamba ngezandla, noma ngabe nizala it's fine. Noma ngabe niza ngapha it's fine. If you can hold your hands it's fine, you can hold your hands. Ningasondeli kimi kakhulu. Uvulela ubhuti la. Umhlabelelo esizohlabelela ulo wasesikolweni. Angithi sonke sifundile isikolo. Abafunde esikhutlatharu bayawazi. Abafunde philosophy angazi noma bazowazi na. Ngicela nizeni la. Ngapha usisi nimnikeni space ne. Uhamba kanje uthi uthando lukaba lunjengolwandle bo lubanzi lujuli leluya seka yini na lwafinyelela kimi ngisezonweni zami olwazelwa ngidlolo lwangisindisana alwazelwa ngidlula lwangisindisana alwazelwa ngedlola lwangesendesana alwazelwa ngedlola lwangisindisana alazelwa ngedlola lwangesendesana. Niyaluza lo thando?
Oh yes.
Aniluzwa. Angakezwa ukuthi niyaluzwa. Anye ukwazi ukuphuma la ubhorekile ungene kanti bobhorekile. Bakhulumile abantu labakhuluma kahle bengithe ngenza ipromise ukuthi I won't talk but there is a need for me to talk. Umuntu uma ene mind renewed, ne soul renewed, the spirit is renewed. Lo mzimba lona uzoba pure. But uma kune conflict lapha ya, lo mzimba lo anyeke uzobe pure uzobhujiswa. Sengizokhuleka. Psalm 37 verse 31 umkhuleko loyo. The law of their God is in their hearts. Their feet do not slip. uJehova usho kanjalo kini namhlanje. Ningizwila ngithi unyawo lenu anyeke lize lushelele ngoba umthetho kaJehova ukuphi usezinhlizweni zenu. Uma umuza uNkulunkulu ukuthi uthini kuwe, shout amen. Amen. Inkosi umsa inibusise nihambeni kahle emakhaya.
Siyabonga.